Valentine's Day had come and gone, and you were certain that Charlie and Vaggie had forgotten. It wasn't like you were upset by any means. Really, you weren't. You understood. Between running the HAZBIN hotel, queuing the arrivals, and keeping the place from burning to the ground, sometimes literally, your girlfriends had a lot on their metaphorical plate. Still, it would have been nice to celebrate, even if it was just something small. So when February 14th came and went without so much as a mention, you swallowed your disappointment and pretended like it didn't bother you. But Charlie, sweet, loving Charlie, had a horrible poker face, and Vaggie, ever perceptive, knew you too well to ignore the way you sighed a little too heavily that night, or how you avoided eye contact the next morning. Which is why 3 days later, you woke up to the scent of something burning? Your heart leaped in your throat. Oh shit. You bolted upright in the bed, barely registering the pink and red decorations that definitely weren't there when you fell asleep. Then a voice. I told you to let me handle it, Charlie. It's fine. It's totally fine. You scrambled out of bed, your socks lying against the floor, as you rushed towards the door. It was a disaster awaited. A table was set, with pink and red plates and heart-shaped candles, even a centerpiece with roses. It was all very cute, except for the absolute chaos going on in the kitchen. Charlie stood by a stove, frantically plopping a towel at a pan that was billowing in smoke. She had flour on her cheeks, and her usual pristine white suit was smudged with something. Was that chocolate? Vaggie standing, with her arms crossed, looking completely done. This is why I said we should order takeout. Charlie pouted. But that's not romantic. It would be romantic if we weren't about to set the hotel on fire. You couldn't help it. You laughed. Both women snapped their heads towards you. Babe! Charlie beamed immediately, abandoning the burning pan to rush over and wrap her arms around you. You're awake! Vaggie groaned. Charlie, the pan! Charlie gasped. Oh, shit! She ran back, barely saving what might have once been pancakes. You blinked, still processing. What is going on? Vaggie sighed, but gave a small smile. A late Valentine's Day. Charlie, still focused on the smoky disaster in the pan, called over her shoulder. We felt so bad for forgetting, so we wanted to make it up to you. And I mean, what's more romantic than breakfast in bed, right? I'm not in bed. Vaggie smirked. Well, because someone didn't think to wait before setting off the smoke alarm. Charlie pouted. Look, it's the thought that counts, guys. Or girls. You couldn't stop smiling. You did this all for me. Charlie turned, her bright crimson eyes partially sparkling. Of course, because we love you. Vaggie, though less openly excitable, softened. Yeah, dork. You really think you wouldn't do anything? I mean, you spoke. You guys are busy. Charlie frowned. You're busy too, but that doesn't mean you don't deserve to be loved and appreciated. Vaggie rolled her eyes playfully. She's been on high alert about this since the 15th. I haven't heard the end of it. Charlie grinned sheepishly. I really wanted to make today special. Your heart swelled. You guys are ridiculous. But I love you. Vaggie smirked. Good, because there's more. You blinked. More? Charlie clapped her hands. Okay. Breakfast was supposed to be a surprise, and obviously that didn't work out. Obviously. Vaggie deadpanned. Charlie huffed but continued. We were just gonna have a whole day together, just us, no stress, no work, no demons exploding into spontaneous flames, no... Which happens too often, by the way. You cut her off. Just us, Charlie finished. We got everything planned. Vaggie leaned in, lowering her voice conspirationally. And this time, I actually got to plan part of it. There's a real chance this won't be a complete disaster. Charlie gasped. Vaggie, where's your faith in me? Do you want me to answer that? she asked. You giggled, grabbing both their hands. I don't really care what happens today, because this is already perfect. Charlie practically melted, throwing herself against him in another hug. I'm so glad you think so, because next up is... She gasped, pulling back suddenly. Wait, the pancakes. Becky groaned. Charlie, I swear. Another cloud of smoke bellowed from the pan. You sighed, amused as Charlie yelped, attempting to salvage the charred remains. Maggie pinched the bridge of her nose. I should have just ordered takeout. Somehow, breakfast barely survived, though the pancakes were questionable, but ate them anyway, mostly because Charlie looked so damn proud. After breakfast, they whisked you away for a day full of surprises. The first stop? A trip to an old-fashioned carnival. A hell version, of course, which meant half the rides were definitely not OSHA approved. Charlie dragged you both to the Ferris wheel, rightly vibrating with excitement. Come on, it's so romantic. Maggie huffed, but let herself be pulled along. Only you would find this a rickety death trap romantic. The view from the top was absolutely breathtaking. The glowing city stretched before you, the red and orange painting the skyline in an eerie but beautiful display. Charlie squeezed her hand. See? Totally romantic. Maggie smiled. Alright, I'll admit it. It's kinda nice. Charlie gasped. Maggie admitting something nice is nice? Don't ruin it, babe. The day continued with ridiculous carnival games. Charlie insisted on winning you a giant stuffed bat, a very questionable hell-themed cotton candy, and then as the sun began to set, they took you to a quieter spot, a rooftop, adorned with fairy lights and a picnic blanket. Charlie wrapped an arm around you. Listen, Charlie may be a disaster, but she's got good ideas sometimes. Charlie grinned. Sometimes. You leaned against the booth, heartfelt. You guys are the best. Charlie kissed your forehead. You deserve it, everything. Maggie smirked. Next time, we'll actually remember the holiday that time. You laughed, shaking your head. I kinda like this better. Charlie gasped. Really? You nodded. Yeah, really. Maggie smirked. See, babe, all that stress for nothing. Charlie pouted. I just wanted it to be perfect. You pulled them both close. It is perfect. Then you sat there, tangled in each other's arms under the hellish glow of the city. You knew you wouldn't trade this for anything, even if it was 3 years late. But the warm glow of the neon skyline bathed in the rooftop, flickering light. The air was cool, but not uncomfortable. Soft hum of the city below mixed with the occasional distant screams or just, another typical night in hell. You sat between them, wrapped in their warmth as the three of you shared a quiet, peaceful moment. It was peaceful. Well, as peaceful as things could be around here. Charlie sighed happily. This is so much better than I planned. Maggie smirked. Yeah, because I helped. Charlie stuck her tongue out. It was still my idea. You chuckled, leaning your head against Charlie's shoulder. You guys are adorable. Charlie beamed, pulling you closer. And you're like the best partner ever. Maggie huffed, but didn't deny it. Instead, she glanced over at the empty picnic basket beside you. Alright, what's next? I know you have something else planned. Charlie's eyes sparkled. I do, actually, but we have to go back to the hotel for it. Maggie groaned. If this is another half-baked idea, like breakfast, Maggie? I'm just saying. You laughed, standing up and stretching. Alright, let's see this grand plan of yours. Charlie gasped. Wait, don't move yet. You barely had time to react before she reached into her pocket and pulled out a small folded piece of paper. I almost forgot, this is for you. You blinked, taking it from her. What is it? Charlie grinned, rocking on her heels. Just a little love note. You unfolded it carefully, eyes scanning the handwriting. It was a little bit messy, but undeniably Charlie. Dear YN, I know we were late for celebrating Valentine's Day, but I need you to know that I love you. You make every day brighter, even in hell. Literally, LOL. Being with you and Vaggie is the best thing that ever happened to me. And I'll spend forever and ever and ever making sure that you know how much you mean to us. Happy late Valentine's Day. Love, Charlie. Your chest tightened. Oh, Charlie. She swayed on her feet, nervous. Do you like it? Vaggie leaned over, peeking at the note, reading it quickly. That's actually really sweet. Charlie gasped. You think so? Vaggie smirked. Yeah, but next time try using spell check. She whined. You laughed, tucking the note safely into your pocket. I love it, and I love you. Charlie practically melted, throwing her arms around you. Okay. Vaggie sighed, pulling you both apart. Come on, princess, let's see the rest of your plan. Charlie grinned. To the hotel! The walk back was comfortable, the three of you hand in hand as you strolled to the dimly lit streets. Hell's usual chaos swirled around you. Demons arguing, explosions in the distance, the occasional shady deal happening in the alley. But none of it touched your little bubble of happiness. When you finally reached the hotel, Charlie practically bounced with excitement. Alright, wait here. She dashed inside before you or Vaggie could even say anything. Vaggie sighed. I'm scared. You smirked. Oh, come on. What's the worst that could happen? She gave you a look. Okay, fair point. The hotel lobby was surprisingly quiet. No sign of chaos, no fires, no husk complaining. That was suspicious. Before you could dwell on it, Charlie reappeared, practically vibrating with excitement. Okay, close your eyes. Vaggie raised an eyebrow. Seriously? Yes, seriously, trust me. You glanced at Vaggie before shrugging. Alright. Charlie grabbed both of you and led you towards something. You stumbled a little bit, feeling the shift in the flooring beneath your feet. The hotel's hallway was long, and you could hear Charlie's humming excitedly the whole time as she guided you through. Finally, she stopped. Okay, open your eyes. You blinked, then, oh my god. The entire lounge had been transformed. Pink and red lights hung from the ceiling, candles flickered against the tables, and the smell of something sweet filled the air. A heart-shaped cake sat in the center of the room, decorated with little figures that looked like you, Charlie, and Vaggie? Vaggie let out a surprised chuckle. Charlie, what is this? Charlie beamed. A belated Valentine's party just for us. Your heart swelled. Wow, Char, you actually went all out. Charlie giggled. I may have gotten a little bit of help from alastor. That explained why everything looked so professional, you thought. Vaggie crossed her arms. And what exactly did you promise him? Charlie waved a hand. Oh, nothing major, just that I'd let him pick the next 3 movies on movie night. Vaggie groaned. Ugh. That means we're gonna be watching weird black and white horror movies for the next month. Charlie giggled. Worth it. You shook your head in disbelief. Wow, this is amazing. You think so? Charlie responded. The 3 of you spent the next few hours enjoying the party that Charlie had put together, and the cake somehow was actually really good, though Vaggie suspected alastor may have had a hand in that. You slow danced in the dim candlelight, swaying with your girlfriends. The music played softly in the background. Charlie twirled dramatically, letting out a hearty laugh every time. Despite her protest, Vaggie did allow herself to be pulled into the moment. By the time the candles burned low, the 3 of you collapsed into one of the hotel's massive couches, tangled in a pile of warmth. Wait or not, this was the best Valentine's Day you ever could have asked for, and you wouldn't trade it for the world.